Hello, 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 hello. You're welcome to the Jenn Hayward Show. My name is Jenn Hayward. That's not the opening line. I am on location at a friend's house right now, where I'm staying here, away from anyone who is related to me or anyone I know, and decided to do my show. I have a couple of segments. But I want to see if I can get a couple of live people on because I want this to be more interactive like I used to. People ask me a question, I say something like a smart ass, that sort of thing. But so far no one's there. So no worries. Whatever. I mean, whatever. But I put on the thing, I'm having an existential crisis, and that's kind of true. But it's not really. I just think everyone goes through this, but I like what's going on in the world. Who am I in relation to everyone else in the world? Who am I in relation to? Who is God? Who is like, why am I sitting here full of board games behind me? What brought me to this moment? Anyone else? Just Jen? It just isn't it just crazy? The world. I'm just gonna riff. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. So like nothing in my world makes sense. Nothing in life makes sense. The entire hello, if you're there, say howdy on the comments because I want to talk to people. I want to talk with people. I don't just want to do cutesy shows. I didn't start Connect TV so that I would do. I mean, they're all good, but I want to still be me. Hi, Bob. Bob is a good guy. Hey, Bob. Thanks for saying howdy. So I'm trying to get back to my roots because I kept doing these segments and they're cute and I'll keep doing them because I look cute in them. But I want to say something, but I can't say things. I can't say things. I'm not saying I'm against pod culture or for, but I'm mostly against. But what I'm saying is I think it's good that I put everything through many different lenses. But sometimes when you shoot off the cuff, everyone has this in anyway. I don't want to say things are going to cause someone discomfort or harm unless that was the intent, which it's usually not, unless that's what you're into. Anyway, well, I've really gone off the rails. Today I have two segment trouble. uh, Two segments today. I have where I went eavesdropping, and where Josh and I, the Hayward review, we review Maverick, Top Gun. All right. So back to the world. I was focusing. Like nothing makes sense right now. I don't know about anyone else, but for me, nothing like, and I'm not saying even bad things. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. My lifestyle doesn't make sense. There's no convention to what I do. There's no convention to what all remote people do now. It still feels weird that I get up and I'm like, oh, I have this client, I'm doing this thing, and then the next day I'm doing another thing. Like it's great variety, but for so long I worked in this like paramilitary thing that I created because I was saving my family, but in the end, all I was doing was creating a hiding place so I didn't have to deal with things. Oh my God. Look at this thing. Anyway, so I'm just saying the world has been weird for a lot of people. There you go. Um, and speaking of saying things like my friend's house has so many board games. She has all the board games. Like if there's a board game, they have it. No way they've played all these. Oh, they play a lot of board games. So they have all the board games. And then I started looking around. And I'm like, there is a lot of historical board games, but there's also a lot of like cultural appropriation going on in this world. And then I started thinking about like, well, I mean, I used to gamble. Bad, don't do that. Many years ago, but they had the like in there too. It's all like appropriation of like who has more value. Like literally in a casino slot is what has more value in a game. To win, you must conquer a land. It's just like it's all kind of weird. It's fun, and I'm like, am I torn between logic and fun? And like, can I forget? Do I need to know everything about everything? And the answer is, I don't know. I don't know. That's what I said. I said I'm having an existential crisis. It's not even that. I feel like imposter syndrome. That's the word. Anyone else get that? I'm like, what am I doing? Every day I'm doing 10 uniquely different things. Like I don't have the same, like I'm going to this job, I'm going to that. And I just have such a diversity in what I'm doing. And none of it makes sense sometimes. I don't know. Speaking of something that didn't make sense, everyone who watched last week, which was maybe like five, is I talked about the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. I love it. And that's at this moment right now. Like I feel right now doing the show that there's something like I feel I feel that doing the show right now is like one parallel universe, but over there's another one or something like that. And I never talk about this kind of stuff, but it just feels like something has shifted in this world, and I don't know what it is. I'm just a comedian slash consultant on a various degree of subjects. That's what I do. I look for, if someone has a problem, I'll go help you. And that's what I do. I try and help people. Sometimes I really fail at it. Right, Bob? Thank you for saying that. He said, I'm going to put it, that movie tripped me out. It was sensational. I'm assuming that's how you sound. It was. Oh, you got to watch last week's episode. It was so, because that movie it did trip me up. It still makes me think, and that's what I'm saying, is I feel right now, like when I walked out of that movie, my husband walked out of that movie, we both said nothing matters. And it helps you detach a little bit more because nothing matters. Anyway, but then we went to a movie that really didn't matter, Maverick. And I should warn you, we are amateur everything. So it's pretty much my life, amateur everything. And we're going to show you, but just, someone messaged me once, oh, your sound quality. I'm like, I know, we're learning. All right. You're lucky I got out of bed. Okay. Anyway, here is Top Gun Maverick.
You're cute. All right, so we have just come out of...
Wait, we are the Haywards.
Oh, hi, we are the Haywards. We do stuff.
The Hayward Review.
Hayward Review. Jen does stuff.
And we review stuff.
So what have we just done? We just come out of the movie, Top Gun.
No.
Yes.
No.
Maverick. Top Gun Maverick.
No, it's not called Top Gun.
Yes.
It's called Maverick. Really? They call it Top Gun?
Top Gun.
Okay, fine. So we watched the movie.
Yeah, we watched the movie.
Thank you to our friends for treating us.
Thank you to...
Rob
and Devin.
Yeah. So, do you want to give... We can't tell you much about the plot, except for...
There's a lot of flying.
A lot of flying. And Tom Cruise either dies or doesn't die. But either way, we're disappointed.
How did he not age?
Botox. Well, I was actually going to say, okay, the movie, yeah, it's like pro-war, and no one gives a crap about the enemies who are dying in the gunfights, or not the gunfights, missiles.
Did you notice, though, they never said who the enemy was?
Yeah, I did notice that, and it was obviously Russian.
But they never said Russian, and there was never any Russian emblems.
No, and when the enemies... there's a little light. We're in our car. The enemies or the bad guys in it were wearing, and this is why it reminded me totally of Star Wars, because they had their face
so many Star Wars
fully
things
covered. And that's it. I thought I was watching
flying
Star
down,
Wars,
and they're like had to target the little bunker.
But there was no like twins in love and kissing and stuff. In
Red
this
Later
one,
standing by.
So,
Gold Later standing by.
That's what it reminded me of. But I do want to say that John Hamm is absolutely useless in this movie, except for the general eye candy that he always brings.
Which one's John Hamm?
He was like the boss guy. Oh, I didn't want to hire you, but someone said to hire you. And it's just like he got Botox in his face. Just here, not here. You can see. But he couldn't have any face. He's like, I'm John Hamm, and I'm very disappointed in everything that's going on in front of me.
Well, Val Kilmer.
No, that could be a secret, is it? No, it's not.
No, I don't think. You can look at the...
You can look at the credits.
You can see the credits and see Val Kilmer's in it.
Yeah, and so overall, it was nostalgic.
Would you call it a cameo, though? I mean,
Yeah, I would call it but we don't want to give anything away. So what we will say is that overall...
Well, it's pretty common knowledge that...
I probably wouldn't have paid to go, but I want to thank our friends.
Val Kilmer is, like, in the process of dying of throat cancer.
Is he?
Like, for reals.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah, it is a little sad.
Well, thanks for bumming the interview out, the review. So the review of the movie is, listen, if you really like the first one, which I really didn't.
I honestly don't remember a damn thing about it.
Well, I mean, but it's the same thing, like the acting is like this, enemies are coming, I'm flying a plane, and that's kind of it. And so I felt like with one, the language was so 80s and cheesy that I think they did it on purpose to make me laugh.
I think so.
And I mean, I had some zingers flying, and I may have had a tiny bit of marijuana, just a teeny bit beforehand. And so I was on with the zingers. I can't say any of them because it will give a plot away, but we'll just say I entertained the masses.
Yes.
And by the masses, I meant my husband and friends.
Yeah.
The people beside me were less impressed.
And the only thing, the guy who played... I want to say Goose. No, it was Rooster. Looks so much like John Edwards, the guy who played Goose in the movie.
Well, no,
I was like honestly asking, is that like his son,
or
somebody,
Google it
or somebody related
for
to him?
different reasons? For like, really hot.
Yes,
listen,
I could see you and
there's one scene that was so much testosterone and like sweaty.
You mean the half naked football on the beach?
Oh yeah. No, I think it was like reverse play because normally like you'd see
you
women.
and Robin were like, oh.
Well, no, and I'm not even into stuff like that, but even I was like, I'm gonna have anyway. This is in case kids are watching. We'll just say there's a very attractive, all the people,
all of them.
So
yeah, I mean,
in the end. I think it really does trivialize war. It doesn't really take into consideration all the things.
But there was no war. It was the secret bunker in some
and we can't say
mystery
anything,
country.
But I was a little bit unhappy with the mission to start with because it really wasn't America. So it wasn't like they were helping their allies and stuff. So it was very clearly America butting their nose in where it doesn't belong.
Oh, no.
But what I can say is this movie was so American Pie, patriotism,
I think
apple pie, sex. It was just cheese. An airplane. So really, this movie is targeted for macho man and also 2-year-olds who like airplanes.
Can we do the line? I feel the need. Come on, do it. The need for speed.
Lucky me.
Hayward Reviews.
Hayward Review.
Good night.
We're so cute. I laugh. For those who don't know, my husband is gone for the summer, and then I'm going away for 2 months. We won't see each other for quite a while. So the nostalgia too. But back to what I was saying before. This is what I want to do. I want to connect Josh and Bob and whoever. Like, let's connect. Let's actually talk to people about people and what's going on. What do you think? What are your desires? Why are we just doing this pretense? If I have to do another small conversation with someone about but why? Why can't we talk about how can we better the world? Oh, you don't agree with me on this. Could we talk about that more? Well, could I hear why? I'd like to know. I'm not going to sit there and just think about my argument. Well, sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. And that's just what I think. I'm rambling, but seriously, guys, seriously. Maverick, I think is now our official. So, by the way, my husband is having a hoot. He's with our best friends, Sarah and Adam, and they have a great business called That Beer Thing, which you can see them probably drink on Thursday. Hey, Josh, what you drinking here on Connect TV, which is listen, I have the Jenn Hayward show, but Connect TV is what I thought for everyone. Let's polish everything and make it perfect before you do it. No, let's just talk. Let's get people on different topics, just discussing and showing and showcasing it and exploring and learning without the pretense of making money or having proper lighting or set, but just do it. And then you know what? When you start making money, you can invest in more of that learning and stuff. But so many things could be said and resonated, and find things and people that you connect with. And it doesn't have to be the world doesn't make sense. My best friend, or what I feel, is like a 2-year-old right now. That's the person I'm connected to, that I think about. I've got so much weird things going on in my life. I actually watched Gangs of London this week. Gangs of London is probably the most violent thing. And then I thought, because I don't watch anything violent, nothing at all. But see, this is I watch and I'm typing and I'm watching. So I don't really look at the TV when I'm, so I don't movies where I have to read. But so the Gangs of London was just and I don't watch this sort of thing. But then I thought, well, I guess it's not too bad. And then my son is okay, well, he watches John Wick, apparently is a very violent thing, and a Kingsman thing. Anyway, they've given me a list of shows I should never watch because they're too violent. And he's like, what? And he had nightmares, he said. The show that we were watching was so violent. And I say, I can't watch violent shows. But it was I like gang storylines. I don't like gang violence. I guess. There you go. All right, I have another segment. I see I'm losing people. And actually believe, I'm pretty sure that the people I've lost is my husband and my friend, because they're off adventuring and having fun, which is awesome. But I do have another segment that we had taped. And this was one of the first ones we did. So, obviously not great sound. We're learning to edit, so do the best we can. I was really proud of doing this. And also I look pretty cute. So here we go. I'm going to do some eavesdropping. All right, I'm here with Mike Cornier from Bronson and Johnson. Eves Troughs. I think it's Tro. He thinks it's Troughs. I think it's a difference of intelligence on my part because I am.
What do I know?
What does he know? It's just his business. So in the Jenn Try stuff, I am going to climb up a 28-foot. I don't know how long I'm going, and I'm going to clean Eves Tro. So we're going to have some fun. So check it out.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we do the silver on the inside.
Silver on the inside.
Like this, and then you... Oh, sorry.
And then.
Okay, when you're ready, go.
I'm cocking!
Okay, so
Yeah, what happens
So-
when it makes an S?
hold on a sec. Let me just. So Jen's putting this on like it's free. We don't need this much.
Oh.
Move faster, or we'll slow this down.
Okay, go faster. All
Yeah.
right.
Or wait a sec. Let's slow the gun down.
I think she slowed it. That was already slower for
Yeah.
Jenn, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, go fast.
Don't go too fast. Like you.
Yeah, that's
There you go.
All right, this is the right
She's,
amount
you know,
of
she's a quick
silicone.
learner.
Yeah.
She's a quick learner. Look at her go.
I'm pretty smart. Oh, I can cock all day. This is fun. Insert all your inappropriate jerks. Oh,
Here, now, okay, so now the silicone
it-
gun's out. All over the
oh,
place.
okay. All right, you can finish now. Woo, I like that smell, but way too much. Way too much. Okay, so I found these giant scissors in my. What do we use these for?
Cutting the aluminum. So
So these are like ginseng knives. These are like they'll cut through a metal. Angle.
that's right. They actually
Okay, I'm
will.
gonna put them back then if they're that sharp.
Here, they go in the little,
In the loop.
in the loop.
I got my scissors. I got my drill. What?
Oh, hammer at the back.
He just wants to see my butt. I didn't know about that. What he's doing.
You don't go all the way to the end though, because you have a corner on that side.
Okay, that's right.
Okay, so...
We need to learn to edit. Oh, okay, here we go.
Okay, you're going to. We're going to give you that screw. So that's going to go in there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then you're going to go. You're going to put it in there.
Oh, already.
And we
ready
call
to
that
go.
loaded. So you're
It's
loaded.
It's like
Because when you go up a ladder, you have to always have 3 points of contact.
okay.
Right? So you're going to be like this. You can't be carrying a drill. You got to go like this. Okay? Then
Okay.
1 foot.
3 points.
Okay. I'll be right here too.
So two hands in a foot or 2 feet in a hand. 3 points of contact all the time.
Okay. All right. So this is Bronson and Johnson, and of course, I will not be going that high. Wow. I'm going that high though. I'm going up a ladder. It may take a while.
Spotting mama.
Is Josh coming to spot me just in case? Oh, now there's two
I'll
on
stand
each one where there's only one.
Yeah, that's right. It'll be easier on your feet.
Oh, yeah. I'm not worried. If I fall, I fall.
We don't want
Nothing
that.
matters. I mean, I'm not going to fall.
No, you're good.
Ooh, what's all the brown stuff up here? So like this, and I just go vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yep.
Woohoo! Uh-oh. Yeah. I did it! Oh, all right. Now I'm coming down before this gets bad. Eavesdropping is fun. Graceful. But only if you're with Bronson and Johnson. Seamless eavesdropping.
No and.
I did it. Okay, well now we know if I fall, I don't hurt myself too bad.
You want to know the reality? Most people, if they fall from here, is where most of the injuries when the feet are.
All right, there's a little too many close-ups on my saggy thighs, but otherwise, it was great. I want to thank Mike for having me out there. It was a hoot. It was a really nice, fun time, and a lot of respect to the hard work that his crew does, and everyone in the trades. But honestly, really, really good work. And I thought about it. I said, like I just show up in my sandals and that's who I am. But just like all the nuances that people put themselves through for our own building and things like that. So, respect to anyone in the trades who work at heights and things like that. I don't want to do that. And thank you for his team. So guys, that's kind of my show. And I think that's how I'm going to do it from now on. Do it tonight. Everything was meant to happen. I was meant to have this existential crisis so I could just talk. And that's what I'm going to do. 2 segments a week, however long they take. The Jenn Hayward Show finally has a format that I like. Now, this week, we don't have a lot on this week, but that's okay. Where you want to be is Thursday afternoon. At 3 o'clock, you want to be on here, or 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. Lara Woman's Let's Talk. Great topic this week. And then you can come over, have a beer with Hey Josh, what you drinking? And Venture Seeker Sarah at 6 o'clock. And that's the thing, guys. We're building more shows and stuff slowly. There are actually a lot that we're interested in. But I have very limited, we're not limited, but we're working on our timings and things. But we're choosing all these great topics and things and just trying to make a better difference in the world. And that's really what we are. It's not the great business plan. It's, that was my thing when I owned a, courier business. I'm going to help as many businesses as possible. And we did. And now I'm bankrupt. So sometimes you have to balance all that out. I don't know. I'm Jenn Hayward. Nothing makes sense. But as we learned from my now favorite movie, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, nothing matters. I'm Jenn Hayward.